I'm going to give you kind of a scenario of what I do on my mornings, getting ready for the day. Obviously, you guys know that I do start very, very early. I start at 3 a.m. And I've been doing that not just for the last couple of years, not since just social media, but I started that at 8, 9 years old doing a paper route. And so as a kid, with all my brothers and sisters, we all did paper routes. We'd get up early, we'd go do that, we'd come back to the house, and then we'd train. Yeah, all of us. And then we'd go to school. And that's something I just never, ever, ever went away from, because I found that it was so productive for me to get more things in a day. And I also loved those mornings. So for the first thing in the morning, I get up, I get my test booster and my pump. Where's my pump? Where's my pump? You guys continue to do it the way you do it. I take it first thing in the morning at 3 o'clock, and so I am hyped up and going. So one major thing is you guys take your pump to the gym, take a couple scoops of that bad boy, and then you get your workout in. I like, if this makes sense to you guys, I like waking up and then getting excited about the workout more than getting to the gym. So it's the idea of 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, and I'm already pumped up going, I need to get there. So that doesn't change. So this is my nook. This is my little go-to. You got your special bowls, your Tupperware, and all that, but I got my vitamins out here 24/7. That's something that never gets put away into the cabinets. I always make sure I'm keeping an eye on it, understanding that the protocol each day is the same. It's basically, I get up, I get my pre-workout in and my test booster. So the first thing in the morning, and remember, take your test booster. I won't do the Britney Spears cover it. So take your test booster. Easy enough, empty stomach, first thing in the morning. I got my glutamine with me. I'm going to get some OJ. Now you guys can do your pre-workout with just water, and I normally do it just water if I am getting ready for something. So if I'm slicing and dicing, just because I want to make sure that the calories I'm getting in are placed at the right time for the right workouts to get me through the day relative to hitting a certain macro. I need those calories around my energy exertion at that point. So, but right now, we just finished up production. So we are putting in some fun. And remember, guys, gotta find it. 1 scoop's fine. So just 1 or maybe 2. In this way, I get this bad boy in early enough to where it kicks in, wakes me up even more so, and gets me excited about the day. The benefits are still there for me in the workout. So don't assume just because you do it a little early, it's going to have this instant 1-minute peak and then you're done. You're going to be flying for the next couple hours. And again, non-stim. So now everybody's in trouble today. Instant. Now, with that being said, I'll give this, which is my first meal, about 15 to 20 minutes for that stuff to just kind of settle in and kind of fire me up. Secondary stuff that you guys, and nobody's going to tell you about this. The secondary stuff is the mindset that this will do to you. I understand that most of you guys take supplementation for health reasons and stuff, but they do more than that. They set your mind up on repetition, a discipline, and over a long period of time, longevity and health. And the great thing about this is, for me, is that it helps me also stay ahead of the curve. If you don't get that 1%, and what I mean by the 1% is supplementation is like a 1%er, proper nutrition is 1%, sleep's 1%, training smarter is 1%. And you start adding all these little things up over a long period of time, that's what separates you from everybody else. Because everybody else is just aging and going backwards, where you're still trying to fight that aging process. So I think that's one of the greatest things about supplementation is what it does to your mind going, okay, I got to be disciplined enough every day to take my supplementation, my basic supplementation too, vitamin C, vitamin D, multivitamins. Those are all part of this. So that's one of the hugest things I think for me. And I've talked about that in documentaries where when I was a teenager and I would see Arnold Schwarzenegger taking weight gainer and I took that. And it wasn't just for the fact of high calories and I put on size from it, but it was making me believe in the dream that I was creating for myself, which I think it never went away. And again, keeping the mindset about what you really want, your dream, your passion to get better in life and chase the goals. I think that's what life is about, or at least it is for me to chase that dream that you want to do something. I never wanted to be a 9-to-5er. Sorry, guys. I never wanted to do it. And I've been lucky enough to be able to live my life the way I want to live it. Let's get into this drink. All right. First thing, we got some goat milk. I got my carbohydrates. 1 cup of oatmeal. Now I got a little secondary stuff. I got some wheat germ. And you guys can read about this and all the benefits that wheat germ and flaxseed does for you guys. But I add that into my morning shake. And again, my diet is always changing because I'm always getting ready for something. And it's those goal setting things that keep me on point too. I think that's one of the biggest things is you always got that goal. So you're always working towards something. So you're never technically in the off season. Even if I'm in the off season, I'm still working towards a goal. Strength-wise, size-wise, recovery-wise, calorie-wise. So all those things help. Oh my gosh, am I doing this? Oh yeah. Do 1 small scoop of peanut butter. Just a small, very small scoop of peanut butter. We'll keep that for Panda. Boom, boom. Now, for you guys, 1 scoop, depending on what you guys want to do. 1 scoop is good. It's 30 grams, around 25 to 30 grams, depending on what your scoop is like. My scoop is very flat. Or you can do 2 scoops again. Keep it flat. But I'm almost 300 pounds, so whew, there we go. Takes care of that right there, doesn't it? And then the lid, the Micro Hearn lid. Oh, we'll go like this. There we go. Easy enough. One thing that Mona does, if you guys can still hear me, hopefully, Mona comes up with some great recipes, especially off season. When you're trying to put the calories in, the size in, she does incredible recipes with protein shakes and also just carbohydrate protein meals. Treats. I like to say treats because they're all very, very tasty for a guy that very rarely eats for taste. Go. Okay. Okay. Done. So I'll do that now. So one thing that Mona does is makes incredible treats, and I'm going to call them treats even though they're healthy meals and stuff, with the off-season protein. And so it's easier, obviously, to come up with, I made so much for myself. It's easier to come up with recipes when you can add some calories to it. So she does treats with the protein with the carbohydrates and the fats. So you're going to get all that kind of information and all those kind of fun treats. That way you're not just eating as plain as I do, because I do eat pretty plain, and I admit that. But Mona loves her flavors, loves her tastes, so she's very creative when it comes to this. But that is my morning shake, and then what I'll do is I'm pretty fast. I get this, 15 minutes to my shake, another 15 minutes I'm at the gym, and I am training. And there we go. I'm going to start with the big boy first. I sip on this, head off to the gym, get a great workout in, and that is my morning. That is my morning for the last 40 years.